The standard Gemini app is great for everyday tasks, but if you want to start moving on to building reusable systems and getting really accurate with your multimodal workflows, you want to use AI Studio. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 game-changing things you can do in AI Studio, from creating ultra-realistic images and videos with Nano Banana and Veo, to sharing your screen live with Gemini to get real-time tech support. Let's head over to AI Studio now to get started. To get started in AI Studio, you want to go to aistudio.google.com. You want to click the playground option, and there's a couple of options here. A lot of these is what we're going to use today. When I'm building AI systems at work, I use AI Studio to really refine my prompts and the models I'm going to use in those prompts, because AI Studio doesn't only contain the basic models, it contains all the models of Gemini. And we'll go further into this later, but all these models have different price points, so you can find the cheapest model that will fit your use case. Next thing we can do is we can set a system instruction. This is an instruction that will always be on the prompt. So I'm saying you're a research assistant for a large company. I'm going to give you a company and a date, and then for each article present a risk profile and whether the risk is high or low and why. And then I can make changes to the model itself that's not available in the Gemini app. I can change things like the thinking level. I can put in grounding in here. I can change top P and temperature. So I can really refine what's going to come out of this, as well as the system instruction. So let's see how this works. Now I've given it a system instruction, and now I have to do a very basic prompt in here. So I'm just going to say Maersk, which is a shipping company. I'm going to say 17th of March 2026. It knows what it needs to do from my system instruction, and if I wanted to put that into a system, I can just pull the code out. Now let's give this a quick test to see if it works in the way I want. So I've grounded this in Google Search, asking it to present articles and then pull out the summary of the articles under different headings in here, and this has done a pretty good job. So the next thing I can do after I have a look at this output is then compare this to another model to see if I can get the same performance for a cheaper price. To find out how much this prompt cost, we can go up into the tokens here, and there's a question mark over here, and this will pull out how many tokens we used and then how much those tokens cost. Then you can go into compare mode, and this will compare one model against another. So I had Gemini 3 Flash Preview as my first model. Now I'm going to compare it against Pro Preview to see if up leveling the model is going to give me better performance, and then I can compare the cost. So this is pretty much doing the same thing here. The idea of this is you can compare the outputs of your prompt side by side. I don't think that was much better, and you can see that's maybe 4 to 5 times the cost. So I would go ahead with Gemini 3 Flash Preview, and I can get rid of this. If I wanted to put this into a system, I'd want to take this out in a structured JSON format, so I can put this into a UI or save it to a database. And what I can do here is just click on structured outputs here and rerun the prompt. So what this will do is, instead of pulling it out in the text, it's pulling this out in JSON. So much easier to go into a system, and this is extremely messy to do in the Gemini app. And much easier to do in AI Studio. Next thing we're going to do is image generation. So Nano Banana 2 just came out, and to use this in AI Studio, you need to link an API key. So I've done that there. What I can do again is put in system instructions into this. So what I could use is a brand guideline that I could use across all my Veo or my Nano Banana image and video generation. So this is something you can't really do on Gemini app, or you'd have to do it in all the prompts. You can also choose different models in here, and you can choose whatever model you want there. You can choose whether you want images and text or just images. And again, you can change things like aspect ratio here. So I could get out the ratio needed for TikTok. I can change the resolution. I can add a thinking level. I can ground in Google search, and I can ground in image search as well, which is a new thing. So I'm going to put in my image prompt here. I'm looking for a cover for my TikTok video that I'm going to make for AI Studio versus Gemini app. I've ran that through. This thinks, and then I have this great image that is in the format that I want, which again is either not possible in the Gemini app, or you'd have to try multiple times. The next use case is text to speech. So you will go and select a audio model in here, and then you can simulate conversations between multiple speakers, or you can use single speakers. So for this one, I am going to use a single speaker setup, and I'm just going to put in the intro script to this this video. So I've just put in a text in there. I can give it a style and then I can select a voice. There's multiple voices within AI Studio, but we're just going to select one here and I can also change the temperature. So let's select Puck and see how that runs. So you have to run this first and then the audio will come out for download.
The standard Gemini app is great for everyday tasks, but if you want to build reusable AI systems and unlock the raw, multimodal power of Gemini, you need to be using Google AI Studio. It's where you can better control outputs and access tools you'd struggle to use in the regular chat interface.
So if you're happy with that audio, you can go download that and then you can use that in whatever you wanted to use, your podcast or your video. The next use case we're going to look at is real-time Gemini. So this is a place where you could share your screen and you can talk directly to Gemini if you were going to do something like tech support. So you go in here, you put on your screen sharing, you will select the screen you want to share, you start recording your audio from your audio device, and then let's see how this conversation goes. Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing all right, thanks. How can I help you today?
So I'm running this query in BigQuery and I want to get this out into a Looker Studio dashboard, but I'm not sure where I need to go from here. Can you give me some guidance?
Sure, I can help with that. To get those results into Looker Studio, click the blue Open In button just above the query results, and then select Looker Studio from the drop-down menu.
What does this screen mean? This doesn't look great.
That's the Review Data Access screen. It's a standard security step. The yellow triangle just indicates that the report uses owner's credentials to access the data. You can proceed by clicking the blue Acknowledge button.
So this would mean that anyone who has access to the Looker Studio dashboard will be able to use my credentials to access data.
That's correct. As the warning states, the data source uses owner's credentials to allow access, meaning anyone with viewer access to the dashboard can access the underlying data.
The last use case we're going to look at is very similar to the image use case, and this is the video use case using VO. Again, with these, you need to link in an API key to get going. You can change the aspect ratio, which is not possible in the Gemini app. Also, you can change the resolution and the frame rate, as well as giving a negative prompt in here. So I'm just going to link in my API key, and then I am just going to put in my video prompt in here, which is just a bit of B-roll I want to do for a Google Sheets video I'm making. So this has come up, created that video, created it in the aspect I wanted, and I can download this out to use inside my TikTok video as a little bit of B-roll. AI Studio creates a shift from just chatting to AI to building repeatable workflows and systems. Out of these features, which one are you going to try first? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you very soon for another AI Studio video where we're going to start looking at the most useful tool in AI Studio, which is AI Studio Build for vibe coding. I hope you found this video useful. Follow for more.